First, Greg offers the well-worn objection that in giving Simon the name Peter, which means rock, Jesus was actually talking about a totally different rock upon which he would build his church.
Jesus was actually making a distinction between Peter and the rock the church would be built upon. He said, "You are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church." Furthermore, when you go to the original Greek that the New Testament was written in, Peter's name is translated from the word Petros, which means a stone or a small rock, kind of like a pebble. And the word rock, which the church was to be built upon, is translated from Petra, meaning a massive rock, like a bedrock or boulder. A pebble is a stone that can be moved, while a boulder is enormous and immovable and can serve as a secure foundation.
Arguments like this were made popular in things like William Cathcart's 1872 book, The Papal System, but it's based on a flawed understanding of New Testament Greek. There is no relevant difference between the Greek words Petros and Petra. They both just mean rock. The Protestant scholar D.A. Carson says, although it is true that Petros and Petra can mean small stone and large rock, respectively, in earlier Greek, the distinction is largely confined to poetry. The Protestant reformer John Calvin even said, there is no difference of meaning, I acknowledge, between the two Greek words Petros and Petra.
Trent Horn is not being honest here because the majority of Protestant scholars agree that Petros and Petra have a slight difference in meaning, with Petros meaning a small stone and Petra meaning a large rock or boulder. But Catholic scholars will tell you, no, there's no difference here because they have something to lose, because the authority of their church depends on Peter being the rock Jesus said he would build his church upon. So they look for quotes from Protestant scholars like D.A. Carson and John Calvin that seem to support their interpretation, and we'll talk more about those two in a minute. But first, here's a couple of quotes from some other renowned biblical scholars that say otherwise. Gerhard Kittel and Gerhard Friedrich, who were both theologians and biblical scholars who specialized in Greek language studies and who authorized the Theological Dictionary of the New Testament, wrote, "The distinction between Petros and Petra is that between a stone and bedrock. It is possible to take Petra as referring to Jesus himself or to the faith in Jesus."